guys, my name is Johanna. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video, as I do put content out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So for those of you who are new, this is my mini happy planner that I've got set up in sort of a Bujo Franken Transformer style planner, and today I thought I'd actually do some trackers in my bullet journal section. The only one I actually have so far is Shark Week, so I track my periods here. But I think I'd like to do one to track Instagram in a visual as well as YouTube. I do have some other things I'd like to track, but I think for today those are the two that I'm going to work on. Now I will link the video below where I show you how I created these pages, because this is out of a Leuchtturm that I had that I didn't want to waste, and because of that it is still in its original signature, so I don't want to fully take this out, and that's why I have the multiple pages. So here we're going to work on an Instagram tracker, and I do like to work with a black pen, and I have an idea of what I want this to look like, so we'll see if that comes out like I have it in my head or not. Instagram tracker. That actually didn't turn out as bad as I originally thought it would. Again, I think I should have swagged the lines there that weren't so deep, because it kind of looks like a really large branch of a Christmas tree. But I also have a goal of hopefully reaching 1,300, I think it's 1,300, I don't have it next to me, followers on my Instagram page by the end of March. So this actually would be a nice quarterly view. And I believe at last look I was at like 840, so I'm hoping to get that one taken care of today. So we'll do January 19 through and see how long that takes. And my envision of this is when I hit this milestone, then I'll just put the date there and hopefully fill it up quite quickly, although, you know, it's going to go as quickly as it's going to go. And I think I will do just some light decorating. And if you've seen any of my other videos, you know I always tend to go towards flowers. And as doodling goes, flowers are always my choice, just because they're the easiest things to do. Although, let me finish up some flowers here and there. And put a doodle. Down here. If you've seen, by the time I post this, this video will be up. That was a really awkward sentence. By the time I post this video, the video I'm about to mention will already be up. Yeah, that makes more sense. In my Big Happy Planner that I track my social media in, for the last week of January, first week of February, and actually all of February, I am going to do pen-only spreads where I won't be using any stickers whatsoever. And so these flowers will be reminiscent of that, because that's sort of the theme that I went for this week in that planner. Again, I don't have very good drawing skills, but I do what I can. All right, so that's my tracker for Instagram. And I wanted to do one for YouTube. And I've never been one to write on the back side of the page. I just don't like it. So even though I'm not a huge fan of wasting paper, this probably will never get filled. I don't know, even in notebooks, since I was just even a little girl, I never liked writing on the back of the page, just like I don't like using crayons once the pencil or the tip of it gets dull. And I know if you get the deluxe one that comes with the sharpener, you can sharpen it, but then that eats into the paper and then the crayon looks ugly, and then I don't want to use it. So yeah, life is hard. So YouTube tracker, and that's going to be January 19 through, and it's the year, not the date, whenever I reach these goals. So how did I want to track this? Now I saw this on Pinterest, so we're going to see if we can execute this. And I really, really, really should measure and count out the dots, but clearly that's not going to happen. That looks centered-ish. And I actually truly love bullet journaling. And so this type of spread I actually enjoy because it's rather quick, even though I don't know what I'm doing exactly, but the payoff is pretty much instantaneous. What I didn't like about the bullet journal section, which is the reason why I picked up the Happy Planner, is doing all the monthly and weekly spreads, just because that's just a pain in the butt. Subscriber count. So let's be a little bit more intentional. It's going to be slightly off because I didn't count, but that's okay. We'll actually stagger it and make it seem like we meant to do that. I think what I was talking about earlier, sorry, I'm not really good at thinking and doing things at the same time. I do get a little, not flustered, but just the thought goes away. But there are bullet journal people that I watch on YouTube that will bust out either the stencil or the ruler and make sure this is absolute perfection, because for them, because they are perfectionists, it will just bother them too much to look at boxes that are all crooked or not evenly spaced. I'm not a perfectionist. I mean, I like things to look nice, but I mean, clearly I'm okay with things being a little crooked or off-centered. Again, this is just, it's mine, and it's to track happy things, as I hopefully build my YouTube track or my YouTube subscribers. So I'm not so much concerned that it looks horrible, although I don't think it does, but more so that it is both pleasing visually as well as functional, because that's what's important to me. So let's add some flowers here. And flowers here. Let's do a little doodle guy here. With a little flower. And I generally do this block lettering or just my regular cursive, just because it's the easiest for me to do. Plus, I think it looks cute. So one day I'd like to be able to up my penmanship skills, but today is not that day. And there are some other trackers I'd like to do for my Pinterest and Facebook and my blog, but I think for today it'll be just these two. Fortunately with trackers, they basically start when you do. So, if I started in the middle of March or April or whenever, that's fine. So I am at, I think I'm at like 230. So let's do these in increments of 25. So I'm at 230 right now, so let's put this at 250, and then 275, 300, and then just like my Instagram tracker, as I meet these milestones, then I'll put the date that that happens. And I use TubeBuddy. It's an app that I have and I subscribe to that I can get all the analytics for. And it actually gives me my own little milestone. So when I hit 230, it gave me a little award, and when I hit 240 and 250. But I like seeing it in here, and I like keeping it. Plus, I like writing it out. Like I said, I think it's cute. So those are my just little bullet journal trackers that I'm going to be putting in my bullet journal section of my Happy Planner. And because I do most of my planning, or all of my planning, in the actual planner section, so the last one I just did was this right here. In this bullet journal section, and I did make this dashboard cover, this is pretty much just going to be trackers of all kinds. So my period tracker, Instagram tracker, YouTube tracker. Eventually I'm going to want to make a, like I said, Facebook and my blog trackers. I want to track savings. I want to track debt payoff. I mean, there's just a lot of things I'm going to be tracking, and I will be putting them in here. Now this information, well, no, not this information. This is the only place I'm tracking this. But this other information I am tracking in other places, but I like how pretty it is. So that's why I want to create these spreads, just because it's really cute to look at for me, and it is also motivating. Plus, you know, I can see progression in one spot versus tracking it on multiple pages like I'm doing in my big Happy Planner. And then the other sections here, as you might have seen in some of my other videos, I do have my notes section where I keep my No Drama Llama and some extra paperwork, and then in here I just write down things as I think of them, because the No Drama Llama mini Happy Planner setup is just basically to-do lists. And then in this back section here, I keep important information to include the monthly bills that I pay, as well as behind here is some important just information that I keep on hand, because I do carry this with me at all times. So guys, again, that is my bullet journal trackers that I've done for my mini Happy Planner. And as always, aloha.